I am here. I don't know if anyone's watching, it'd be great if someone could tell me they could hear me and that I'm coming through. Otherwise, it's a guessing game. Okay. My goodness. I have not done one of these in a long time. The lighting is honestly kind of dark. Trying to brighten it up. So I vaguely realized that today is Super Bowl day. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just give it a minute and I will just see if anyone wants to come into and introduce or just say hi, hello. And then I will just start pulling cards. We'll do a meditation, we'll pull cards, and we'll move on from there. I have not done a live stream in like 2 years. So I'm not really sure what to expect. Other than guessing game. Let's see. I'm testing it out just to see if I'm coming through. Oh, there it is. That's me. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to make some adjustments with the lighting and just see if I can, I don't know, make it a little brighter up in here. That's really funny. Well, welcome in. Anyone who wants to come in, you are welcome. So this is my mic. I am house sitting right now. So I had to like come up with a setup really quick and just put it all together, which is kind of funny. Let me see if I can turn some lights on. Technology is so amazing. You can just find an app for everything. Okay, so I got some lights on. Let's see if we can go purple. Kind of see it. Faint purple in the background. This is weird. Just do it by myself. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do a meditation. And maybe next time I'll play music and whatever else. But I've never really done this before, so I'm like, don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of testing it out. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and light my Santo Paulo here, and I'm gonna do a nice little meditation for you guys. And you can just use this as a way to set intentions for your week. You know, this is the beginning of the week. We are on beautiful Sunday, first day of the week. And yeah, I don't know. How's your week been? How was your last week? I have like been tired. It's been so busy. It's like busy in a way like I don't want to be busy right now. I just want to be resting. Are you guys thinking about going on vacation, traveling anywhere, going anywhere, doing something during this time of the month? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ding the singing bowl just so, you know, it doesn't alert anyone and it's not too loud. Okay. I'm going to dig it one more time, and you can go ahead and close your eyes if you want to, or do whatever you want. Yeah, that was a little louder. Okay. Well, I just did a really cool reading last night. It was on life purpose, and career, which is basically Dharma, life purpose. It all goes together. And I'll be uploading that Saturday. That was fun. And it was funny because I didn't even realize that I was not recording the audio. Someone knocking on the door? I don't know. It's so funny. I haven't heard a dog since I've been here, but then suddenly I started hearing a dog like right before I got on. Okay. So let's just see whatever the collective wants to communicate, or spirit wants to communicate to the collective. Okay. So we have 4 of Wands. Nice. I thought a really cool topic to discuss today would be, are you following your passion? Are you doing something? Are you making time for doing things that you love? Whoa, he's really barking now. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but I can. Very child divine. Yeah. So the question is, are you doing something that you love? Are you doing something fun? Are you finding a way to spark your inner child? And sorry if the camera quality isn't that great. This is an older computer, but you can see it kind of for the most part. I think it's so important for us to make time for creativity because I just don't know any other way to live. I think a lot of people, what they try to do is they try to give themselves permission to have fun or to enjoy life. So they join organizations, they join groups, because that gives them the permission to have fun and play. But I think it's also important to find hobbies or things for you to do on your own that you have fun with and that you can enjoy, that spark joy in your life, because you can learn how to play. Like I remember all the time as a kid playing by myself and having the most fun. And I think that's, if you learn how to do that, you're not really going to be needing of external validation or external circumstances to give you joy. You just find a way to make it fun. And I think life is a comedy. So we got 4 wands here. Nice and blurry. I don't know. I'm looking at the camera and it's like not that clear. Oh, there we go. Maybe that's why I got to hold it a little closer. So 4 of Wands is the energy of community. Do you feel like you're finding a community? Are you looking for a community to connect with, for people to vibe with? And I'm hearing that if you want a community to connect with, you have to be that vibration for yourself. So if you learn to play with yourself, you'll naturally attract that. And I find that I naturally attract people wherever I go, whether we're on similar levels of consciousness or not, I find that I attract people who are very similar to me because I'm just of that vibration. And then sometimes you repel people who aren't the same vibration, and that's okay too. I learned that lesson early on, to not try to force things together. Just like let it be organic. Okay. Yeah, so we have here heart chakra. The answer you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. The answer is in your heart. You know this. Be open to receiving love. Giving and receiving love. So you can reflect and think about, like, how are the ways that you give love to people? For me, obviously, creating these videos is the form of me giving love to people. I have so much fun. And if I help someone out, ideally, if I help someone out doing something, sometimes if I help someone out doing something they like, that's a form of me giving like love and support, even though it's like, I'm not crazy about this, but I'll be here to support you. That's the way I like to give support and love to other people. And then receiving love, I think, is the hardest thing that we struggle with is receiving that love and support from other people. That's the hardest thing sometimes because sometimes we often sabotage our own joy, our own happiness because for some weird reason we don't realize that we're a child divine. Like we don't realize we're loved by everything. Yes, yes. Don't be shy. Let me know where are you at in the world or in the country. If you want to be a little secretive, it's fine. You can be vague. I'm staying in the Northwest. Is anyone planning on watching the Super Bowl today? I don't think I can watch the Super Bowl. Okay. So we have whoever's watching, though, you got the king. Okay. So that means that you have a natural authority in you. It's funny that we got the child. Now we got the king. But the thing is, the beauty of being a chameleon and the beauty of being a transcendent spirit is you are here to embody all of it. And one of it is that ability to serve people. So some of you guys are your teachers. You're here to give in some way, serve people in some way. Maybe this is the thing that you're searching for. It's like, okay, how can I give to people in some way? And it really starts with a hobby. Like, what is a hobby that you find joy in? Where you're like, I like sharing this experience with people. The king. So this also means that you've acquired wisdom at this point in your life. You've learned something about yourself. You've learned something through the journey called life, and you can probably give back in your wisdom and in your insight. Could also mean you're an old soul. And you've gone through many lifetime experiences that you're able to tap into. You're able to glean all of that wisdom from past lifetimes, and you can give that to people too. Sometimes I'm like, I'm a little young to know this, or maybe inexperienced to know this, but at the same time, when I talk, people listen. And there's something to that, right? Okay, we have here agape. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I don't know if you guys have seen Kim Tran's oracle cards before. Really good stuff. I bought this. It was on sale. I was like, I need these cards in my life, and they've been super insightful. And we have the seed. So some of you are star seeds planted here on Earth. You're here to inspire in some way, give back in some way. Some of you, the universe has planted some sort of seed in you that's going to germinate and it's going to become something bigger with time. And right now, maybe you're being called to just focus on watering the seed here, a seed of potential. So there's a potential growing in you, perhaps a potential to become and embrace more of this royalty, the king in you, the authoritative ishness in you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and look up the seed. Give me a minute because I do not know how to read Roman numerals. I'm just guesstimating here. Okay. LXVI. Okay. We have here the beginning. Ooh, something's about to begin in your life. The beginning, the origin, the pearl. Beginnings come in many forms. They are not always a beautiful seed placed intentionally in nourishing soil. Ooh, that's good to think of. Origin stories, like any birth story, are complex, surprising, multi-layered, and usually reveal a central image or detail that represents the fully formed being. Simply stated, the end is present in the beginning, or the entire oak tree resides within the acorn. Whether you follow this imaginal theory or not, know that when this card appears, there is a potent generative energy all around. It stirs your very insides and usually results in an antsy, impatient feeling. Pay particular attention to what agitates you, as it is a sure sign of growth to come. You are bumping up against a growth edge. It is from the grit that the pearl eventually comes to be. Okay, I was just reading up on the pearl last night, and there's a pearl in the oyster, and the oyster goes through agitation in the ocean. And as the oyster is going through agitation in the ocean, the pearl is becoming more refined. And So perhaps you're going through something in your life right now that's causing you some sort of agitation. And that's because there's something blossoming, blooming within the pearl that's refining inside of you that ultimately is going to lead you down to the king. Okay. Serving on the throne, but a servant to the people nonetheless. Yeah, and I was also reading something on think about your origin story and think about whatever you're drawn to in your life. Like I've always been drawn to family dynamics and creativity. So that's usually where I teach from is for a space of like helping people to embrace their inner creativity and also helping people to overcome their stories, like the childhood trauma stuff and the difficulties we've gone through, helping people to let that stuff go. So we have here agape, devotion, unconditional love. You are unconditionally loved. You are unconditionally supported. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? Such as the energy of agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and ask for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, it affects lasts a lifetime. The agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? Yeah, and I think sometimes we don't have to complicate it and be like, what is my spiritual worship? Whatever you consume is part of your worship in a sense. And also how you consume it. Because I watch TV, I watch Netflix and whatnot. But does that mean I'm believing in that content and I'm trying to create that lifestyle for myself? No, I kind of see it as like a comedy. Like life is a comedy, life is a movie. And I see movies and films as such. Like I study people and then I think to us, like, why do we collectively want these things or why are we drawn to things? And yeah. So think of the things that you consume or what you're interested in consuming. That's a reflection of the things that you worship as well. Perhaps for some of you, it's like curiosity. Okay. So let me know in the chat if you want me to talk about anything, focus on anything, if there's something you're interested in receiving guidance in, or you can chat about anything. You can let me know where you're at. Where are you at in this on this globe that we occupy? Anything. You guys are so shy. I get it. I was shy too. I'm still am, but I don't know. Don't be so shy. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and continue to pull cards and just see whatever wants to come through. Oh, we have Persephone in experience. Speaking of shy, right? Persephone's story is actually really interesting because she went down into the underworld and then didn't she marry the like underworld king or something like that? I was like, wow, what a contrast for Persephone to end up being with like the Dark Lord. But yeah, maybe you're in this place of inexperience in your life where you're trying something different or you're considering trying something different. And this is actually a really good energy to embrace for all of life is to be the internal student and to always embrace this energy of potential of anything happening because anything then can blossom at that point. So they want you to embrace a beginner's mindset. You know, we were kind of getting that earlier with the seed here, something's germinating. Embrace the beginner's mindset of whatever it is you're feeling called to try out. And don't feel afraid to try it out. Like I'm doing this live. I haven't done a live in 2 years. And then I was a beginner. Now I'm a beginner again. But I'm maybe a little bit more comfortable speaking in the front of the camera after doing over 400 videos. Yeah. Persephone. Yeah, this is about our innocence as well. Innocence like a deer in the forest. All right. How are we doing on time? 10:20? Okay. We'll go a little bit longer. See whatever collective messages want to come through for you guys. Prosperity. So maybe when it comes to like a business idea or just building in this material world, you're in this beginning phase of building your prosperity. Well, lucky you, looks like it's coming your way. And it looks like the universe is supporting you in this direction. They want you to know that prosperity is going to come from your passion, your love of something that you're doing or you're trying out. Yes, yes. And maybe you're in this place of just kind of learning how to manifest or align with your manifestations. Interestingly enough, I'm finding out that we don't actually have to do that much work. It's actually a lot more effortless. And it really just comes with you embracing that more authentic expression. So it's like what authentically wants to come out of you is what prosperity will be reflected in that experience. You'll see prosperity grow from that. And at first, it starts from the prosperity of you enjoying it and you loving it and practicing it, refining it perhaps. And then over time, it becomes a monetary gain or some kind of physical manifested experience where you can bring in some sort of income from it. But yeah, I'm kind of hearing like first you sort of need to open the portal of it. Okay, so let's see what else wants to come through here. Yeah, I think for you guys, also just respect whatever phase you're in right now when it comes to whatever it is you're working on or whatever it is that you're creating. It looks like this is something that you have the potential to be really great at. We got 6 of Wands. So you're already on the right path. You're already moving towards something that you're passionate about, something that you genuinely enjoy. So it's just a matter of you feeling really confident in it. And divine timing is going to play a part in those manifestations blooming. But first, you need to bloom. And just own the confidence within yourself to do whatever it is that you desire. Okay, so I'm going to pull some zodiac cards. Ooh, there's the mic tilting. There we go. Got it. Oh my gosh, here's the rest of the deck. Okay, we got Mercury. Thinking, learning. And do you want to clarify that for me? Scorpio. Ooh. Okay. A Mercury Scorpio energy would be someone who's this is interesting. It's like a combination of like empath and intellect. So it's like intuitive intellect. Is what I'm getting. Maybe something you want to express something. You want to say something, but it's not popular. Like Scorpio energy is like very deep, profound at times. And maybe this concepts or ideas or whatever it is you're wanting to communicate, maybe there's a fear of people not receiving it, not getting it. But maybe you're also going through a transformative experience when it comes to your thought process and how it is that you receive certain messages within yourself. Mercury Scorpio. A Mercury Scorpio, I'm hearing like say what you mean and mean what you say. That's what I'm hearing. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Such a person would be very particular about their communication and they would make sure it's very intentional. Yeah. Okay, so you mean what you say what you mean. Well, there are definitely people out there who like this kind of energy, who are all about it. Okay, anything else you want to build upon? Here, let me pull these cards. Oh, we got one right away. Charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask, and you shall receive. So perhaps you're going through transformation, as most of the collective is during this time. And you're still going through, like, I'm sort of seeing with the sea here, like maybe the roots are still building underneath the surface. And maybe some of you are going through this experience right now where you're still getting rooted in these new concepts or ideas. You're going through a huge transformative process when it comes to how you think and see things and how you connect the dots. And Scorpio is about going through, deep transformation. So this is about facing difficulty, facing fear. So maybe in your, it's like I hear someone stomping. Maybe you're going through a point in time in life where you're having to face certain fears. And it's through facing these fears that you're going to learn how to gain more confidence in your abilities to just be, honestly, be and do whatever it is that you want. Yeah, and this is where you build strength. Mercury, Scorpio, if you face those fears, you build that strength. This here is bound to happen. The king, up on the throne. So they're asking you to contemplate with spirit, connect with the heavens, ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. So if you've already set out that intention for whatever it is that you desire, it's moving in your direction, but yet at the same time, let divine timing play a part in it. There may also be some contemplation. So when we don't receive things, perhaps that we want, if you sincerely ask and say, okay, why am I not receiving this thing that I want in my life? There's an answer. There's a reason for it. And for some of you, it's to build. You still need to build more strength. Because your soul called for some sort of evolution. It called for some sort of strength building because you're meant to be this. People who get instant gratification don't get this. This is hard work. And it requires you to embrace a lot of integrity for yourself. Going the longer routes, it builds you into a king. Right. Does anyone have any questions? Want to let me know where they're from, how they're doing, how you're feeling? I don't know. Not seeing anything. Hope y'all are doing well on this fine. I'm Sunday here. I think most of my audience is from the United States. Okay. Letting go. So we have allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall feel again. Number 6. What is it you're being called to let go of? The thing is, the painful part of letting go is like this often happens when we don't really want it to happen. I don't think anyone ever really let something go that they're like, oh yeah, I totally want to let it go, unless it was superficial. The universe, when they're building you up, they call for you to let go of big things. Big things. And usually it's sort of taken away from you and you go through some sort of grieving process or it falls away. Because I found that maybe things aren't necessarily taken away in my life, but I start to lose interest. And then I kind of get sad about it because I'm like, what's going on? Like I'm being maneuvered in a different direction. And I feel the need to say goodbye to certain things or maybe even people because I understand this is the end of the chapter. So you're being called to recognize where you're at the end of the road. I'm hearing, was it Boys to Men? You're at the end of the road when it comes to something. And at a higher state of consciousness, this means you're at the end of a road when it comes to a certain way you perceived reality for a long time. And you've broken through, how when kids start to come into that realization, wow, the world is violent. You're coming into a realization, but it's not quite like, oh, the world is violent. It's more like this is all, we're living in a reality TV show. And it's no longer, I don't know if you want to say it's as fun, but I don't need to be a part of the Shakespearean play anymore. I've been playing a character and I don't have to play this character anymore. And I'm kind of sad to see that character go, but you're going to be better off. And a lot of the reasons why people suffer is because we're attached to our character that we've been playing for a long time. and all the things that came with it, because our whole identity was built around it. And now you're having to let go of this whole identity connected to this character that you've been playing. Yeah, real stuff, man. Real stuff. Okay, I'm going to pull a nakshatra card and just see whatever wants to come through. These are always fun. Okay. Oh, we got Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Speaking of following your passion, it looks like a passion is about to come true for you. So we got Vishaka Nakshatra. So this is in 20 degrees Libra to 3 degrees Scorpio. So Vishaka represents the branch, the forked road. So maybe you're coming to the end of the road and you're about to embark on a new venture, going down a new direction. And it looks like you're being called to embrace more of this new direction or this new experience, like whatever wants to be birthed. It's an abundant experience that wants to be birthed. And here we go. We got prosperity that came up earlier. So it looks like a new prosperous opportunity does want to be birthed. Radha, which is connected to Vishaka, I think is connected to this energy of success. Triumphant. Yes, it's the triumphant gateway. In fact, Beyonce is a moon Vishaka, and I think we can all agree that she's obtained some sort of very much 3D triumphant success in her life, right? She's all about that triumphant success. Vishaka also represents the beginning of another thing, right? So something starting, something new. And yeah, maybe this is a time to just reflect on what is this newness that wants to be birthed? And am I willing to respect the process that it requires? Oh my gosh, you're Audra from San Diego. Hey, I hope I said that right. Welcome. Looks like we're on the same side. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. Welcome. Okay, so we have here heat. Vishaka is connected to heat, strong energy. Yeah, Vishaka is a very strong nakshatra, very strong, very determined in terms of making things happen. And even before I realized there was an Ace of Pentacles in the back of it, on the notes I wrote here harvest and 9 of Pentacles. And hard work. So you might be in a space right now, right? In experience, you're kind of in the beginning phase of like something being created. And what spirit shows us is when it comes to manifestations and things that we're creating, there's a lot of groundwork that's happening. And for those who are old souls or star seeds, you're actually called to do more groundwork. So you go through life, going through experiences, gaining more knowledge, gaining more wisdom before your manifestations can come into play. Because by then you've already learned the lessons of integrity, of diligence, of hard work, and perseverance. Whereas other people, they get the instant gratification or shorter gratification, and they don't value the hard work. And they're easily swayed by the 3D world, and their ego gets caught up in it. So if you're an older soul, you're going to go through those lessons where your ego basically is humbled, has to take a backseat to your soul. And your soul is the driving force that really wants to take you into abundant spaces. And with this abundance, there's no trauma. I meant to say karma, but trauma. Yeah, maybe you're shedding the trauma, but there's no karma attached to these manifestations. You've already healed that. You're healing that. And then when these manifestations come into play, they get to just blossom. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, well, Audra, if you're still here, thanks for greeting me and saying hi. I hope you're enjoying these readings. I don't know if you're new to the channel or you've followed me. Just let me know if you guys have enjoyed the content. I appreciate the feedback. Okay. All right, my galactic star seeds. We got here inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. Yes. What was I just saying? They're just literally copying what I was just saying with the Ace of Pentacles and the groundwork. So it says here, inner earth, base chakra. So before we can, wow, did I just turn super blue for a second there? Before our manifestations can really take off, sometimes if you're like an older soul, your base chakra goes through a lot of healing. a lot. Um, so it says your strength and security. Maybe you're learning a lesson around strength and security right now, and you're laying the foundations for these manifestations to take off. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done there. Here, let me see if I can fix the lights. Maybe not. Super blue. Okay. Blue it is. I'm the blue person today. Okay, so I think we're going to close out this reading shortly here. This has been fun. I just wanted to try going live and see how it worked. I know it was kind of last minute. I just announced it yesterday. I didn't really plan deeply ahead of time for this, but there it is. Trying things out, trying new things. And I hope you guys do try out new things this year. Try out a lot of different things. There are so many things I didn't try out because I was afraid of what other people would think or just whatever. And you kind of learn the more you try things out, you realize all that fear was kind of just silly. And a lot of that silly fear holds us back from doing things that we love. And honestly, we're going to look back down the road and be like, wow, I'm so glad I did that. So I hope this is a year of you guys trying out different things and trying out things that you've been putting off wanting to do. So we have here release resentments about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world. And this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. Yeah, I don't know. The relationship to money can be quite tricky. I wouldn't put too much heavy emphasis on any blame or shame around it. If you feel weird about money, it's just programming. And who wouldn't feel weird about money? There's just so many weird things that they support in like commercials, movies, TVs. People make it the end all be all. And by the end of the day, it's like there's just so much abundance that's showing up in our energy, in our environment that's supporting us in our adventures. Like the universe is always supporting you. It's always hoping for you to enjoy life and have fun and create things that you want. So money really is just like, it's a tool, it's energy. But it's our approach. It's the lens through which we see money. So I don't necessarily see people who manifest a lot of money as ones who who we want to look to for guidance, for our role models in life, because a lot of those people are focused on a lot of external validation. Like they really are seeking it hardcore. Like they're like, I need this trophy to matter. So Audrey, you said you're just feeling a little lost right now. Yeah. Do you want to elaborate a little bit more on how you're feeling lost? Feeling lost is it really just is an energy. I think there are times in life where I feel lost, but the more I feel like I go through experiences, I feel like there's not really anywhere I'm going. I'm kind of just here to be with myself, however that wants to unfold. And there's actually kind of something nice about feeling lost because there's just this energy of potential and this energy of unknown and mystery that I like to embrace. And I think there are times in my life where I felt guilty for feeling lost, as if I needed like a concrete understanding or defined idea of who I was or what it is I was trying to obtain. And there are times where I still feel drawn to trying to define it, and it's becoming less and less definable. So I invite you to sit with that energy and let go of other people's expectations of what they think feeling lost is like. Like it's a bad thing. I think it's actually the best thing. You really might be onto something. Yeah. Yeah. I remember many times feeling lost, and then even at where I'm at in my life right now, like this isn't what I would have imagined for my life. I had so many expectations about what I thought I was supposed to do and succeed at, or how I was supposed to go in that direction. And it's a whole baloney. Like it's just programming and it's baloney. Like everyone's telling you, like they think they know. You should have this. You should have this. And I'm like, nobody knows what you need, Audra, but you. Like nobody knows how you're meant to truly live your life but you. So trust that and trust this energy of feeling lost. Let it guide you, and lean into that. And I think often we make the mistake when we're feeling lost in life, feeling like somebody has the answer for us. And I can tell you they don't. But what they can do is they can sort of mirror to you some sort of wisdom or insight that they've gained from their own experiences. And feeling lost is great. It's actually a great place to start. Yeah. You're welcome. I hope that uplifts your spirits. And oh my gosh, so many hours, days, months I've wasted just feeling guilty for feeling like I didn't have any direction in my life. And it turns out that's kind of the point. I don't have all of these expectations. I actually am more free. I'm a lot lighter because I don't have to hold on to any expectations about life or anyone either. People treat you how they want to treat you. And I don't know. I don't really have as many of those expectations about you should be treating me like this. I just laugh at it. I get to be happy just because, not because of something I've achieved or anything like that. You should also check out some of those videos online on YouTube. So many people are posting videos about feeling like they haven't accomplished anything. And I'm like, that's great. Raise your hand and join that I haven't accomplished anything club. I want to join that club. I mean, let's just be. Right. We are going to close this out with some astro dice, get some final insight and advice from spirit. And I will see you guys on another day. Also, check out the podcast. Check out the other channel. It's like at soulawake.chantia or Soul Awakening with Chantia. That's where I'm going to be posting my podcast from now on and any of my astrological insights if you're interested. Otherwise, enjoy these tarot readings on this channel. Okay. We got Leo. Ooh, creative. Neptune, second house. Also confidence. So we got Neptune in the second house in Leo. So the second house is your money-making house. It's also the house of value. The more you value yourself, the more you would find that people value you and experiences are mirroring that to you. So sometimes I wonder, how is it like maybe I don't have the resources, right? But yet people are willing to give me the resources. Why are they just supporting me? And I think that has to do with the groundwork I've done with myself to just sort of build my confidence and just be my authentic self. So the more you guys embrace being more of that authentic self, and we got Neptune. So maybe some of you, it's like very dreamy, it's very spacey. It's expansive, it's undefinable. And this dreamy essence that you embody so beautifully is something that you should feel very confident in and feel like this is actually what makes me so valuable, is because I just enjoy life. I just enjoy being myself. Neptune, Leo. It's also very creative. So, some of you may be artists, you may be creative, you may be dilettantes, you're a Renaissance woman or man, and you have infinite creative interests. And the universe is like, yes, embrace all of these and embrace whatever it is that you feel drawn to. Invest your energy and your time into that and enjoying it. And I'm also hearing just enjoying things actually makes you super magnetic for constant abundance to come in and support you just because you're open. It doesn't mean the universe isn't like it's always supporting you, but the more open you are, the easier it can come to you. That's it. Yeah. Universe is saying definitely you should feel great. You should feel confident and just know that you're always supported. There's no contrary to what people say about like trying to build up manifestations and stuff. It really is just perception and just changing the way you think. What if the universe could support you if you're feeling lost? What if the universe just supported you for just existing? Think about that. All right, we're going to end it with a little bit of a Palo Santo here. Saging at that. Thank you guys for being here. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday or whatever day it is, wherever you're at currently. And this was fun. I enjoyed it. Here's the singing bow. All right. I hope you guys all have a good one. Have a great day, Audra. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys. Bye.